He was just in the process of explaining how they will they are dealing with those matters when we lost him. I hope he can call back. So Mr. Msonda from Kitwe, thank you for that question. It enabled us to call Mr. Kefas Sinyangwe from NAPSA, who then has spent a lot of time to clarify the various issues. Okay, so I'm taking the last calls. We will be winding up in the next 15 minutes. It's 0974 808 115 0973 04 5292 0974 808 115 0973 04 5292. We've just listened to the public relations manager, Mr. Kefas Sinyangwe from NAPSA. He has explained that they've brought more numbers, about 100 more people, to help with the process. He says the numbers for payments have jumped. You can see the counter, the NAPSA counter, as at this evening they had paid, I think, 2,000. We have the counter on the screen. You can see how many people they've paid us at this evening, and it helps with the information. There are still online application issues, people failing, as we saw in the case of our Mr. Msonda from Kitwe, who went to the NAPSA line at 04 and he was number 66. He waited and he still couldn't be helped because the application was stuck at employment background and employment response. So the pre-retirement issue, I think, will continue to be one of our issues. It will not go away. So let me begin to just summarize the issues. Let me begin to summarize the issues as we held them. One, FRA opened the crop marketing season. We think it's too early. We think that we don't have adequate, the crop has not reached, it's not dry enough. The moisture content is quite high. We discussed the issue of FRA. We also urged the Minister of Agriculture to ensure that he opens that floor price. He announces to Parliament the floor price, and I think as soon as they open Parliament, the Minister of Agriculture has to explain why FRA have opened the crop marketing season early, and we've seen the fray by grain traders and private sector also jumping on board, beginning to offer even 225 kwacha per 50 kg. The issue of public debt. What has government done with that $750 million they received from World Bank? What have they done with the $188 million they received? The trouble with the debt restructuring program, it started in 2019, as we've explained, under the previous government. We appointed Lazard, a French company, to restructure the debt with Eurobond and bondholders, and with multilaterals, with Paris Club, and we engaged China at bilateral level. The UPND government came on board. They took us to the IMF, who formed the creditors committee. And now, in relation to China, China is dealing with Ethiopia, Chad, and Zambia, and they're pioneering this framework under the G20. It's totally different from the HIPIC initiative, where countries owed sovereigns, as we call them, countries. But in this case, the bulk of the debt is with banks and private sector or savers. And then the last one was NAPSA. NAPSA, I think we've just had a wonderful update from Mr. Kefas Sinyangwe, who has been gracious enough to update us. He says they employed 100 people more. They are dealing with the issues on verification of employment where it's sticking. He says that requires verification from someone, and he says each application is being vetted individually, hence a delay. They expect to pay up to 600,000 people 11 billion kwacha, which is about $650 million. That was our debate today. The PF, what did they borrow the money for? I challenged that with the PF debt, you can trace it. You can put every dollar to a project. Is it to the two airports, Kenneth Kaunda International Airport and Simon Mwansa Kapwepwe Airport? Is it Kafue Gorge, Kariba North Bank? Is it Iteji? Is it the small hydros? You can put the debt to a project. Is it the dams? Is it the roads? Is it the bridges? Is it the schools, hospitals? And for example, projects like the Lusaka decongestion project with the debt from the PF, you can put, whether you accuse them of inflating or you say they borrowed recklessly, is traceable. The debt is traceable. Hence my call to this government, $750 million. What have you done with it? I think we will need to begin to wind up. I've got, I missed another call. Sorry, I didn't see this. Please call us back if you can. Call us back before we wind up. Call us back. I missed two calls. If we can call back, if you can call back. Yeah, I was just clearing the phone so that we can begin to wind up. So those were our subjects today. We are back on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we'll be doing the brief 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If the Lord keeps us, gives us strength, programs are not very tight. That's our schedule. You look for us on Monday, on Wednesday, and on Friday. And unless there's an emergency, those will be our times, 20 hours to 21:30 to 22 hours if the program is busy like today's program. I guess then we will begin to wind up. I had given chance to the callers that we had missed because those were our programs today. IMF, the public debt, and the update on NAPSA, and we had a wonderful update. Well, I think we are done for the day. So let me say thank you, especially for the callers that called from Chinsali, from New York, from Florida, from Kitwe, from Lusaka, from Mufulira. Moses Tembo is becoming a dear brother of mine. He has these insights and analysis that he provides. Our colleagues in the diaspora from Washington, from New York, from Florida, thank you for those calls. You enrich this debate. That's the purpose of our debate. We are trying to do different politics. So as we wind up and as we say good night, may the Lord bless you and protect you. May the Lord smile on you and be gracious to you. May his countenance be upon you. May the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace as we go to sleep. Good night. God bless our country. God bless you.